What you're about to see was clipped out of a much longer video. You see, I spent a couple hours farming until I got 999 efficient mechanical parts, and that was a really fun session. That's a bigger video on the channel. Of course, it'll be linked down below, but in the middle of that, I did a trap guide because I was doing my birthday llama quest at the time, and normally when you're farming, you can just back out early and keep everything you have, but if you're trying to complete a quest, you do need to complete the mission successfully, or at least do wave 4 of endurance if you're doing stuff like that. There's a little endurance tip for you guys. They changed it so you have to complete wave 4, so if that's been bugging you, hopefully that enlightens some of you. But the thing is, we had to complete a mission, and I was not prepared to solo a 132 4-player, and while I did have some friends join me, thank you to the Brits, I did end up doing kind of an impromptu trap guide, and someone had suggested, thank you to this person, commented on my channel, that I actually clip this out and make it its own video. And when I went to find the trap guide, I realized that prior to trapping the mission, I gave kind of a sober discussion on my opinions about what I really love about Save the World at its core, how I feel about the way the community handles trapping in this game. We're well aware of all the exploits and dupe glitches that have ravaged this community, but when you are actually taking the defense seriously, you're looking at where the enemies are coming from, and you're planning accordingly, I think that's a really enjoyable experience, and I don't often share just my open opinions about the community like that. Usually, you'll get that from me on my Twitch streams, linked down below, but in my YouTube videos, it's kind of scarce, so I thought that was kind of a fun conversation, and I should have mentioned this earlier, of course, but if you don't care about my thoughts and opinions on that, and you want to just skip to the defense, timestamps down below as usual. And of course, if you want lots and lots of trap guides, my playlist will be linked down below where you can see all of those different missions. They are a few years old, some of those videos, but trapping has not changed since then, and all of those videos are still good. It's kind of why I stopped making them, because I felt like I sort of shared a lot of what I wanted to share, but people still ask me for trap guides, so here you go.
Do you have videos on your channel for efficient builds for missions instead of wasting materials and traps?
Yep.
I got a whole trap guides playlist. And it shows you different techniques for building traps, funneling enemies, trying to be as efficient as possible, sniffing loudly in British, and other things like that.
Sorry.
These are just the kind of things I put out there. I haven't made trap guides in a while, because I think I kind of covered it. Like, all the techniques I use on a regular basis are in those videos. Doesn't matter if it's not 160. Oh, yeah. My guides are in the 164 players, but it all scales. And I recommend trapping and paying attention as you learn. Place the traps that you think are sufficient for the defense, and then just see which ones didn't fire. You would be shocked sometimes how many traps you'll place that did nothing the entire time. And I think if more people did that, then farming like this wouldn't have to happen. I don't do it. I'll admit, I overtrap like crazy. It's not good. You know, learning is what you do. You gotta just see, like, hey, I built a defense based on my intuition, and then you see which traps actually fired. Was I correct? And if the answer is no, then you have an opportunity to learn. And this one's scary, because you could lose, but paying attention to, like, maybe under-trapping sometimes, and just seeing if that holds up. Not fun to do in a public lobby. People will make fun of you, and you might deserve it, but that's part of learning, is finding the bounds. You need to know, how few traps can I use to succeed? And losing is how you know that didn't work. One thing you can consider are Category 4 missions, or any Atlas mission for that matter, because you could retry those. So you could actually fail that and not have to restart a whole defense.
I often forget you can do that, but
Me too.
yeah.
I think I have literally backed out of Atlases before, and then it's afterward people are like, dude.
We could have put 7 wood on this and fixed it. Why'd you go?
What is that price tag, by the way? 7 wood. Why do they... That's just what an Atlas costs.
Oh, it's something like that.
It is, but like,
yeah,
how do they come up
with
with that?
You only need to do it on one of them.
I don't get it. So yeah, honestly, I mean, that kind of critical thinking is a little lacking in the Discharger era of Save the World, but now that that weapon is fixed and people might have to think a little more critically about their missions, maybe it'll come up. Because that's genuinely one of the things I enjoyed the most about this game. Just the trapping a defense with gunplay, I mean, is just barely... I think is it Team Defenders or something like that? Let's just do all my Steam games. Oh yeah, Inkborn is a new game I'm into. I got an offer to get it for free, and I'm totally on that. Dungeon Defenders 2, that's what it is. Yeah, so Dungeon Defenders 2.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
It is vaguely not at all similar to Save the World, but I mean, like, the genre of build a defense and then kill the enemies before they break your defense is kind of there, but that's it. Save the World is otherwise just a unique experience, and I really like the puzzle aspect of enemies are coming, make them not get to your defense and then kill them before you lose. Like, I love that. But it's lost on a lot of people, you know? I see a Save the World community that spams too many traps, complains that farming is boring, and then dupes their way to ruining the game. And that's not everybody. I'm probably putting a lot of groups together, but it happens. All of these things happen, and sometimes at the same time. So, slowing down, taking a mission seriously, thinking about the defense and where your traps should go, as smart as possible, trying to be economic is great. And then someone's going to come behind you with 140 steel and electric fields that they duped, and then you're going to feel like it's a waste of time. But if that doesn't happen, you might have a good time. So I always recommend playing with friends, honestly. Go to Discord. Go to Discord. Go to Discord. I know. I don't even blame the players every time, because Epic has allowed the dropping of overpowered weapons to low-level players forever. Why am I even collecting these air conditioner parts? I know I'm not gonna finish this. Maybe I should. Maybe I should actually trigger the defense. All right, let's see. How do you defend something solo? This is not a 4-player mission, right? Oh wait, is it? Oh, it is.
Does it have workshop? Anyone?
Can join if you want to.
I have no idea.
Not doing anything.
Am I gonna solo a 132 4-player? I might fail this. Oh man, that'd be embarrassing. He crashed. Sure, I'll take it. I don't care. I was never intending on soloing this with a farming build.
Yeah, this was just a spontaneous idea.
This has become like a podcast, and I'm actually just leaning into that. Really cool. All right, let's see what I've been telling people to do. You got spawns on the north, east, and south. That can and probably will shift. And I just got a Snapchat or something. Oh, I hate that.
Oh.
Oh, not a Snapchat. No. A dating app sending me a notification that isn't a match makes me want to uninstall the app and never use it again.
Yeah, they keep like trying to encourage you to mindlessly swipe.
It was Boo. They're like, keep up the great work. I'm like, you need to never talk to me again.
Yeah.
It's literally just a Ray voice line.
Keep up the great work. You mean the 0 matches I've gotten on your app while I've gotten several on the others? Yeah, great work. You're fishing for an uninstall.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
I think mine can just tell that I moved off the app and talking to someone else on Snap. So like they're just trying to desperately reel me back in.
Real life has gotten me way further than apps so far. So actually, I made a friend in real life, and we just matched on a different app as a joke. I mean, we recognized each other, but it was, you know, one of those hi moments. So yeah. Find your communities, people. Find your way to get out, because
There he is.
real life people are around. They exist outside of screens. It's crazy. You wouldn't believe the conversations you can have in person. So like the texting in person, instant. As soon as you speak, they hear it right away. There's no delay at all. Costs nothing. Wow. Real life might be the most expensive dating app, but it works, and
Next level latency.
just less latency. Yeah. Real
Yeah,
life
when they drop a
dating.
new patch for that one.
Yeah, you're gonna be paying for gas, food. Yeah, it's not free, but real life experiences, you know, win-win. So to explain to the viewers what I'm doing, this farming video has turned into a trapping guide. Basically, I'm funneling. I want all the enemies to come through these in-between ones, and we're also in a healing death burst. I prefer to put gas traps in these cases. And this is where things get a little tricky, because smashers might come from this angle, see the defense right there, cut off this broadside. That can get awkward. I'm also not AFK, so I'm prepared to intervene as needed. Geek Crab here has set up the infrastructure to put down tire traps. Directionality is important here. And while this might look like a lot, note that we are a 2-person squad in a 4-player lobby. So, this is just kind of what these missions take, and then Jack's trying to fill that out. I'll take it, you know? The British invasion, here they come. And then we'll just get some wall darts in play here.
I would join, but my game's loaded into the noob account.
And then we'll get another Brit. Yeah, you guys are all gonna be on some great ping. Enjoy.
Yo.
Can we have a British and Beast podcast musician? I think you've been watching it.
That's what the Frostnite runs are for.
I think this has been it.
We did do Great Frostnite runs.
We did a British Frostnite run, that's true.
It's probably the best British I entertainment don't you'll know. get.
I don't even know if they loaded in. I hope that doesn't kick you. Whoops.
What do I-
Uh,
I started the mission. I
Why
hope
would
Jack squeezes in.
Why would it kick them?
So now with minimal input from
So
me,
stinky.
wall darts and like literally one gas trap is filtering this out pretty effectively.
Slow
You know.
field. Use it, people, not just for the mini boss. Put it down at the
Or
start of wave
180.
1.
Huh. So now one thing you could do is just like literally one tire trap. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I mean, if you are interested in learning what the minimum is for trapping, like look at this. This is one gas, one floor freeze. As long as it's not a mist monster, you put a wall dart there to pick off the nurses. Surprisingly good job.
Ease.
In the modern age with smashers, I recommend an elementally appropriate pot shot. So this is where a failure of funneling has kind of happened, but this can be addressed well. You can do gas, gas, gas. Put the walls where the smasher won't destroy it. And then you can just do it like that. And then I like putting wall darts just because they work. They filter out the nurses. And if they get destroyed, then they won't be useless like broadside.
Have you got bull rush?
And I'm once again reiterating for the audience that
llama down there.
this just works. Like, so long as it's not a mist monster and you got wall darts picking them off,
mate.
it'll do a good job. And you can also see stuff like this, where you can see these wall darts have fired 3 times. This one's 0. I mean, E-Crab's rich and decided to spam, but like, this is not functioning. These are not useful. So this is just dead weight. So when you see some of the defenses that show up in my videos where my rich friends and I just spam stuff, just know that that's not really how to do it necessarily.
Your rich friends is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's what's going on. And this is, again, you're seeing it here. This is why I like gas when it's healing death burst, because it just kind of handles it. Now, remember to just not be AFK. If you see a hole get ripped in your defense, then replace it. just put it back. Why gas versus electric? So, sealing electric field would be fine here, no doubt. I put gas, as mentioned, because of the healing death burst. They're going to heal, and they're going to get all their health back after you kill one. Electric field just zaps, and then heals everything around it as they all die. Because they don't actually all die. Then here we go, that's exactly what I said. One smasher gets through, but Potshot does exceptionally well. So does Ground Pounder, but, you know, lots of options here. In fact, let me demonstrate. I want to show people alternate methods, so let's do a not supercharged Ground Pounder. You just see. Without a shotgun loadout, he's standing in a smoke screen, or was, so I want to kill the nurse, make sure he's not healing. Make sure she's out of here. Yeah, and then... yeah. I'm a little slow, I know. I know there's no time left in this mission, but you can see, like, the defense didn't even get near easy. And the spawns are going to shift, but you can see they're just heavier concentration on the east and south sides, which is nothing that we don't have already covered. So we can just get right back into it.
You can
And this is, again, why broadsides are something I've been phasing out of my personal trapping techniques, because they just don't do that great of a job. And now I'm going to do, like, a slight reinforcement. I'm going to accommodate to the south and the east with not 1, but 2. That's not where I wanted that. I was... okay. He put a gas trap when I was trying to put a tire trap. We already had a tire trap above, so that's just a failure of recognizing that, yeah, E-Crab kind of placed a thing spamming-wise, but that's fine, honestly. If he places that, then that tire trap up there can hit a taker, maybe. I don't know, if a propane blows it up or something. This is where wall darts are fun to intersplice, and you can actually do this. Like, they'll walk around that wall dart right there. Also, got an efficient part, you know, loot a little bit when you're in the defense. It's worth it. But you can see, this is 3 gas traps, me falling down, and 2 floor freeze, and a couple of wall darts. That's
Actually, I will say that is
it.
something that is nice about Ride the Lightning is, like, the whole break in the middle is just a good time to just do a quick loot sweep and then reinforce traps and then get back to it. And then defend again, do another loot lap.
So there you go, Ground Pounder.
Oh, we got a mini boss.
All right, what kind of mini boss? Fire
Fire
again?
Smasher.
All right, basically business as usual. I want to demonstrate this because the pot shot is a great recommendation, but if you don't have it, you can see, like, that's a rat-a-tat. You can just use something.
Yeah.
That's a pot shot, rat-a-tat. Now, he is in a smoke screen right now, which is why he's taking greatly reduced damage. As we're killing normal enemies, yeah, there we go. Now he's outside of it. Easy takedown. We're all over-leveled players for this, so this isn't like a true 132 guide, but I really wanted to show this. I mean, look at that. If you wanted to be a little more effective, I don't want to block them too much, but a wall dynamo would go a long way here. But something that's worth noting, and now I don't support proper jailing and stalling, for example. But it is worth noting that a directional floor freeze as placed here is sufficient to just completely lock down all of these enemies you can see here. They are going nowhere, which is...
That is so weird.
It is functionally as good as dead. What's weird?
So, okay, I discovered this earlier, and I thought it was a bug, but I did it intentionally, and
He's
it
in a
actually
smoke
worked
screen.
again.
You can see he's doing nothing, and then shoot him again. Oh, now he's frozen,
hang
but...
on,
Now he's not only out of the smoke screen, but he ate a wafer, and he's taking extra damage because he's frozen. I mean, yeah, just use the
No, what-
environment, guys.
Yeah, what I was saying was, so my right attack has a max ice perk that goes from 35 to 61, but I've also got Chaos Agents, so I can just phase shift and reload
Did
easily.
you forget about Chaos Agent?
No.
Oh, there's
so,
more.
if I just use the phase shift or seismic smash, it reloads it fine all the way up to 61. But if I'm in the menu where I'm like about to put down my teddy, but then I phase shift while in that menu, it reloads only 35 bullets. The base mag.
What? So your Meg perk just stops
I
being
did
there.
that accidentally, then tried to do it intentionally, did it, and it happened again.
I think
Well, I
it's
was
because
like,
of how, like,
what?
I think weapon perks are for some reason tied to like you have.
Yeah,
the
I just did
weapon
it again.
equipped. But like
That is
when you're
weird.
holding out Teddy, you're technically you still have the weapon equipped in your inventory, but you don't actually have it in your hands. You've got a Teddy gadget in your hands, so the perks aren't the
Yeah.
like weapon perks aren't applying. So it's basing it off of the base ammo.
Yeah, because Teddy
Interesting.
doesn't reload weapons with Chaos Agent for some reason.
Well, we're at the end of the mission here, and that kind of shows what I'm talking about. Like, you guys see me spamming traps in the 160 videos all the time, but even all, hey, thank you for the raid. Even all, I'll critique myself. I put a ring of tire traps here, and some of these fired like 8 times. I probably didn't even need to place any of these. If you guys want to be really critical about saving resources, these few little tunnels I put, just floor freezing gas, was sufficient for like 95% of the normal enemies. The only thing that got through were smashers. So if you build that exact same defense we just did, but then tar pits at the end instead of, you know, tire pits and tar pits, just the tar to stop these smashers. It's been a long day. Then kill the smashers, you're good. Like, that's kind of all that it takes. So anyway, if you're one of those people who really needs to farm stuff, just place a little more effectively. And every tire trap you don't place is 2 efficient parts and everything else that it costs that you're now saving. So
7 planks, 2 twine.
it's like reverse farming just by being a little more efficient. Okay, I'm actually going to pause this time while we get into a new game because I don't have 999 efficient yet. And then